Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Pass to you, Song.
Yeah. All right. It's
Yeah.
really nice to be here. Good to see all of you guys, fresh faces. As you can tell, I look exactly like you. No magic. I don't look handsome. My tagline in the business is not handsome, but honest. So that has, I mean, can tell a lot of, especially Jin, more handsome than me. For sure can do better already, just like by smiling. To be honest, I always tell people that when it comes to insurance business, this has never been my last option or my last resort. It's not even in my career plan, right? And when Kevin approached me, I was actually at that point have a lot of doubts. And why I decided to join Kevin, very important thing is that Kevin is very different. I can tell you that Kevin represents the 10-20% of agency leaders out there that teach you the value, the purpose, like what you guys shared just now, the reason behind insurance. A lot of people that you meet in the agency business, they'll talk to you about numbers. They'll say how much money you want to make. They'll tell you, you know, you can buy this, you can buy that. But for Kevin, his priority is why you want to do this business. His priority is what's your identity? What's your, you know, conviction? What do you really want to, you know, get from this business? You know, of course you want to get money, but more importantly, what is inside your heart? You know, so he goes very deep with you. And that's the reason I tell people that I can do well in insurance, because he's not like other agency leaders that they are trying to hard sell. They're trying to just knock on every door like a salesman. So when I speak to Kevin, what I got is I cannot see this business as an insurance agent. You must see this business as a businessman. And rightfully so, because when you come into this business, like it or not, this is a business for you. You're not a, you know, just an insurance agent. So I started off with a lot of background in the property line. I got zero background in insurance, in financial, in products. I mean, all this is very, very new to me. I don't have any knowledge about any of this. So for me, when I start this business, I know I cannot win by the numbers, the calculation. So that's why I had to redefine myself. I come in as, you know what, what's very true to me is that I'm honest. You know, I come from a church background. I feel I'm an honest person. And in the past, people will look at honesty as the secondary thing. The main thing is like vision, leadership, you know, they'll look at these things. But for me, honesty is my biggest strength. Honesty is something that I use it all the way to the max, which means that when a client brings to me the policy, I'll be upfront. I'm not afraid to tell them that your coverage is low. I'm not afraid to tell them that they're paying too expensive. I'm not afraid to tell them that, hey, your agent is, maybe I'm better for you. Not the agent is bad, but I think I can do a better job. I'm a better agent for you. I'm not afraid to do that. So honesty for us is always at the back one. But for me, I use it in my front. That is my first line of attack. It's not just my defense, it's also my attack, right? So that's why when I approach people, I have this fear, and I believe that the biggest issue before you start actually, it's not the business cannot make money. It's not that this is the wrong place for you, but really you have to overcome is yourself. I have to say that the biggest barrier to overcome, and I can tell you in my batch, I got no connections to CEO, Dato, VIP, all don't have, right? Rosma is not my neighbor, okay? I don't have special cable, don't have, right? I don't know people that can help me become MDRT one, because there are cases where they sign up 1 to 2 clients and they become MDRT, they close big deals in a year. I'm not that kind of guy. I have to do a lot of small cases, big cases, small cases, doesn't matter. I have to do whatever case size that there is for me. But I said in my heart, very importantly, is that, you know what? this business, if people don't go to the 11-11, 12-12, don't go to Shopee, don't go to Lazada, they don't buy things, they're okay one. If they don't go to fine dining, they don't go to staycation, they don't go travel overseas, also okay, right? We made it through 2 years. But if they don't have insurance, guys, just think about this. This one is really life and death, especially we're talking about Malaysia. It is life and death. It is life or death. That's it. Right? So the first thing, everybody needs insurance. The second thing, how many is having adequate insurance? Third thing, which of them have good insurance agent? Right? So for me, when I come from a business background, I run a co-working space. What is a co-working space? We rent out the seats. We rent out to people who got business, whatever. So it's like a rental. We are limited by our geographical location. If they want an office in KL, but mine is in Subang, we lose the business. All right. If they want in Penang, we're in Subang, also lose the business. We are also limited by our space. Once you have 40 people in our space, done, sorry. I cannot do your business anymore. We are limited by the size. You just think about all the businesses in your mind right now, the limitations that those businesses have, right? Then there's people who say, oh, then why not do MLM? You know, MLM, every month you have to hit a certain target. You don't hit a target, you will fall a rank and your commission also will drop. Every single month, you know the pressure. I've got my sister-in-law doing MLM, okay? But the pressure every single month, her eyes are glued to the phone 24/7. I am not kidding you, right? It is hardcore to maintain your rank so that you can maintain your commission, okay? It's crazy, right? Insurance, if the fellow is in Penang, Kuching, Sabah, wherever they are, they can sign up. You got money, no money, you can sign up. You already got insurance, you can do investment. You already got insurance, maybe you can change and you can come under me. I can be your agent. I can service you. There is so endless possibilities in the insurance business. That's why I said, if you want to make money, you can make money in insurance line. That's for sure. You need to ask yourself, what is your identity coming into this insurance line? Are you going to see yourself as just a person that's hard selling, or you're coming in as a businessman? Because if you're coming as a businessman, people will treat you like a businessman. People will not treat you as an insurance agent. So when I talk to people, I don't talk to them like I am lower level than them. I beg for their business. No, we are in the same level. You want what I have, and I want what you have. It's not just you, I want to give you something. No, you also need the thing that I'm giving to you, right? So be very clear about that, right? Because when I started this business, I think it took me maybe a couple of weeks for me to really, I go through with Kevin all the time. I tell him, I don't know, I feel very weird asking friends. I still remember, very weird asking friends, like that barrier is really deal breaker, guys. Your first few weeks when you start this business is the deal breaker. Whether you got the courage to talk to them. And I can tell you that none of you in this room is going to tell me that I can't wait to talk to my friends. After this, I'm going to pick up my phone and go call them, cow. I never heard that before. Okay? I never heard people say, I'm so excited to make my phone call. No, everybody generally have this fear. When I call people, I'm troubling them. I'm going to mafan them. And I will tell you that 99% of people that I call are very grateful that I call them. Because you know who calls them? Grab driver, Food Panda, Lazada, Shopee. These are the people that call them. So when they get a phone call from somebody they know, they're very grateful. And I focus on the first rule to doing business. I don't know whether I don't know how much time I have, like probably half an hour, but my first rule in doing business is that when I call people, I never tell them about my business. The first rule is ask about their business. The first rule about doing business, this is from Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and how to How to Win Friends and Influence People. Famous book, okay, you can go and get it. My first rule to doing business is never talk about my business. It's always asking about their business. We call it emotional bank account. So every time when I pick up the phone and call them, I don't say, hey, you want to buy insurance? They will drop the phone, right? They'll drop the phone. When the bank call you, ask you to apply for a loan, they want to give you another credit card. You also reject them, although it's a good deal. In fact, sometimes you don't know what's the deal all about. You just want to reject them. Why? Why do you do that? Because you feel that the other person don't care about you. They just want to sell you something. When I pick up the phone and I call my friends as well, I call my family, I'm not afraid. When I call them, because I know I am just filling up their emotional bank account until they're so full. When they ask me, Sung, how about you? How are you doing? Boom. 50%. You're 50% there already, guys. That's all the work you got to do. But some people, the first phone call, they won't ask you one. A lot of people are very self-absorbed in their own world. Not a bad thing, but maybe they're too busy at work. They've got no time to ask you how you're doing. Some people may also already misunderstand you, that think that you're trying to sell something. It's okay. Will you have people that misunderstand you? Yes. But I can tell you that 99% of people that I talk to are grateful. In fact, after the phone call, they'll come and text me and say, Sung, it was very refreshing to talk to you. No one really actually asked me how I'm doing. I mean, you ask yourself, who called you to ask you how you're doing? Who have called you in the past week, this week? Who called you to ask you, hey, Jane, how are you doing? I don't know who else is here. I mean, I can't see so many people. But who called you and asked you how you're doing? So if that person, if let's say I call Kevin and say, Kevin, how are you doing? You think Kevin won't remember me? He will. And I've got friends that I've called them so often, 2-3 times. I never mentioned anything about insurance. And at the end of the third time, this is really a couple of months now, because I rotate my contact list. I call A to Z. This will take me about maybe 2-3 months. So every quarter, I will give them a call, okay? So your contact list will have minimum about 1,000, maybe about 2,000-3,000 of numbers. That will take you. Don't rush, okay? Don't rush. You before you call, you have to really debrief your mind. What is your mind telling you? If you feel a lot of resistance, right? Don't stop there. Don't say, you don't understand one. They all hate insurance one. You have to understand why. What's the psychology? You really, all this is about communication, right? It's a skill. So you need to peel off layers and layers like an onion, understanding why is it so hard for you to pick up a phone call? Is it because you treat people like that? Right? Is it because other people treat you like that in the past? What is it? You peel off that layer, then you will slowly understand that actually there's nothing to be scared about. If you don't make a phone call, you will never know what's their response. For you, it's always no. For you, it is always no. I remember that early on in the business, I made a phone call to this guy. And this guy said that he wants to put in 1 million ringgit. This was during the pandemic last year, okay? And I was like, this guy called me one. I mean, I called this guy one time, telling me to put 1 million. This fellow joker, pulling my leg, you know? When I call him straight saying put 1 million, he knows I'm an insurance agent. I made it very clear. After 2 weeks, I go back to my contact list, okay, in my Excel. I was like, let me check out on this guy, see whether he's serious or not. I want to test him. I called him and said, oi, I just give my check to Great Eastern, 1 million ringgit. Wow, I tell you, it's a big slap on my face, man. Like, people are more serious about insurance than me. They're so ready to put 1 million, okay? We're not talking about 1 ringgit, okay? We're talking about 1 million. He just gave the check. He just gave the check, 1 million to Great Eastern. Can you imagine the slap on my face? And from that day on, I realized I need to be serious with insurance. I don't care about my fear behind me. Sometimes that fear is not real. And in fact, there are people out there that are waiting to sign up. They're just looking for you. It's either you believe that somebody's looking for you or you believe that nobody needs it. But that cannot be true because there are a lot of insurance agents out there that are doing very well. So how come they're doing well? Because it is what they believe in that makes them succeed, right? So that's why when you start calling, you have to really understand what is your thought process. What is going through your mind when you want to make that call? Then you realize that the more calls you make, are you more scared or are you more brave? If every call you make, you become more paiseh, there's more resistance, you feel very small, you feel very defeated or discouraged or depressed, then you need to debrief again. Why do you feel like that? So now when I make phone calls, I'm actually very excited, because I've developed such a strong bond with them that I can tell you that I'm in their so-called inner circle. Not sure if you know what that means now. Inner circle means they are very close friend already. And I didn't do much for them. All I did was just making phone calls. And they will ask me now, about general insurance. When they're traveling as well, they will also ask me. They'll ask me lots of questions, like as though I'm their very close friend, but actually I'm just doing my job. So I can tell you that in Malaysia, to shine is not hard. There are a lot of terrible agents out there, which is why you are here as well. If you can just give people a little bit of extra, just respond on time, be reliable, be friendly, I tell you, you are the top 3% already. I am not kidding. You're the top 3%. I've gotten a lot of insurance agents that don't even know what they're selling to me. They have not done their due diligence. And I just sign up and I pay, end of story. I don't hear from them anymore. I don't even know whether I can claim or not. And then there's an instance where my wife had a miscarriage. The agent said, just go hospital, you can claim. After the entire procedure, we realized cannot even claim. Can you imagine how bad agents are? And I can tell you 80% are like that. So you don't have to think that, wow, my friend also got insurance, how they're going to buy now? You sell without selling. Sell without selling. Meaning to say, emotional bank account. Keep them happy, really ask about them, make sure they're okay. When they ask you back, just be honest and say, hey, actually just want to ask you, I'm doing insurance now. I just started. Is it possible for me to just look through your policy? 80% of people will not say, I don't want for what? No, actually, nobody have told me that before. They're busy or they're not busy. That's all. Everyone, and I'm talking about like VVIP fellas that I've met, they also got time to give me their policies, So it is really right now, the biggest barrier will be your mindset and your identity. Once you are very clear that I'm doing a business, I'm managing my clients, I'm trying to provide a service that they want, everything starts to change. But if you think like everybody else, where it is hard sell business, everybody got it already, what's the point? Then I tell you, it's going to be very difficult for you. Yeah, and let me tell you, all my friends have insurance. I look young, but I'm not young, okay? I'm 30 years old, I got 2 kids. I'm not young, okay? And all my friends, have got insurance. But why is it that when I talk to them, they still want to buy from me? And I can tell you, it's not like I bribe them. It's not like I'm very smart. No, I'm just very honest. I said, hey, friend, I can give you better service. I can give you better coverage. Or you know what? I can save you some money, cut down on your insurance premium. That's all. I use honesty as a sword, and when I do that, I realize that they just come back to me. I remember there are days where the whole night I'm just keying in proposals, doing submission. I think Kevin can remember those days. I come back at night, end of the week, I'm just keying in. I'm so tired already. Because the whole day you're meeting people physically. And I'm just keying in the proposals one after another. And like, it was non-stop, man. And it's not like I had to beg them to sign up with me. No, because I saw things differently. And it really made sense to me to get insurance. I mean, I don't know about you, and I hope I'm doing something here whereby you know that compared to other products, whether it's MLM or skincare products, or shopping for your handbags, a lot of things people can do without, but they really can't do without insurance. That's the bottom line. If I tell you today that everybody has the perfect insurance, then we got no business anymore. But today, it's very clear, 50% of Malaysians got no insurance. The other 50%, we don't know what's their coverage. And from that amount, we don't know who has a good insurance agent. Just because you buy insurance doesn't mean you can claim, right? No point you're paying blindly, but at the end of the day, you cannot claim that. You're wasting your money, right? So all these, I think, strategies and concepts on how to sell, I'm sure Kevin will go through with you. But the most important thing I can tell you, before you even go to that level, and it's also very exciting, the most important thing for me is that once you're very clear and you say, I want to make it work, I want to succeed, I want to do well in this line, it's okay with the insurance. I just want to help them. I want to catch up with them. I want to make sure they're okay. When you have the right mindset, I can tell you that you are going to do very well. It doesn't start with the right product, right? It doesn't start with the right product. It doesn't start with the right company, guys. It's not, maybe not Prudential, maybe Great Eastern, maybe Allianz. No, wrong already. It doesn't. Any company you go to, they are outliers, extraordinary people doing very well. Doesn't matter where you go to, right? If the moment you start thinking, which one is the best product or the best company, then wrong already. You have to ask yourself, are you the right person? Are you the right person? If you say you're the right person for insurance, you say, so I'm honest. I'm not afraid to tell people the truth. I sincerely believe in insurance. This is the right person. This is the right mindset. Once you have that, everything will fall into place. Don't worry about compliance lah, regulation lah, the slides lah, the training hours, blah, 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 blah. It's not important. And I can tell you, I'm not a smart kid. I graduate from a degree in mass communication, right? The worst degree is like, might as well don't study, right? Some of you are like lawyer, engineer, doctor. Your background is way more advanced than mine. Don't worry about that. I've got a big fear about studying. And Kevin knows I've gone through thousands of slides. Repeat again and again, asking Kevin the same stupid questions. Non-stop, man. I tell you, I feel like Kevin didn't give up on me. Okay, he's super reliable any point in the day. And thank God for him, because there's so many questions that I ask when I'm with a customer. I don't know how to do this, don't know how to do that. But still, I knew that I had the right frame of mind. I had the right mindset. I know this is important. I know they need to have it. And I am not afraid to speak my mind about it. I'm not going to keep it inside of me, right? I can tell you that in this pandemic, I got one case whereby it's a friend of mine wanting to buy insurance for his dad. And it took such a long time that the dad actually got COVID. And we're talking about COVID masuk ICU, okay? They were sending out messages asking people to pray for his dad because his dad almost died in the ICU. So I missed the boat, you know what I mean? And at that time, I felt that if only I was more honest, if only I told, because the dad was a Grab driver, if only I told the friend, which is the son, just sign up. Later, you want to cancel, you cancel. At least he's protected before COVID, right? This was the time that we were talking about 15,000 cases every day. If only I was more honest, right? So I've learned my lesson over so many encounters with friends whereby it is just too late. I've got friends whereby they wanted to sign up a proposal for the brother, and then later found out the dad also, I think stage 3 COVID and need to go to ICU, and then everything hancho lah. Whatever proposal for the son, or they are not focused on that. They're taking care of the dad. If only I came in a bit more aggressive, a bit more honest, right? Like I always ask myself, how come I didn't ask about the brother or the sister? Why I limit myself? You know, sometimes we are the ones limiting ourselves. We only think, wow, got one case. Wow, thank you, God. So happy. But we think so small. Actually, what about the family, the mom, the dad? You know, these guys can afford it easily. Or the sister, the brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. So many people, you know what I mean? Why one person sign up? I feel like, whoa, on top of the world. Then I forget they've got so many more people. I mean, we've got so many more people we need to help, to be honest. Let's just say it. So people need your service. If you feel that over your lifetime, you've been, you know, people can count on you, you're reliable, you pick up the phone now, you know, you reply WhatsApp, as simple as that, I can tell you, you're already top 3%. I'm not kidding. You're already top 3%. If you can do that, right, you're top 3%. A lot of people want to sign with me, not because our product is very different. No, I mean, I can tell you now, all insurance also selling insurance. I mean, what do you think they're selling? All the other insurance companies are selling insurance. Roughly the same thing. Why they want to sign up with me? Because I'm a better agent. That's all. I'm a better agent. Yeah. So I think that's about what I wanted to share. Yeah. So I hope you've, I don't know, learned. And if you've got any questions, just please ask away. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you, Song, for speaking so high up about me. Seems like I paid you to do like that. But hey, really thanks. So I always love to hear your sharings. It's always so refreshing to hear the, I mean, a lot of points. It's always the same points that you highlight again and again. But that also spells the consistency, the true belief in you. That's why it's really the same point. Yeah. So please help me give applause to Song. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.